What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm counting down my top 5 fights in all of Baki so far. I'll go over some honorable mentions first. So we have Musashi Miyamoto vs Motobe, Katsumi vs Pickle, Oliver vs Baki, and Yujiro vs Kakukai. My goal for 2020 was to reach 10,000 subscribers here on YouTube. So be a mad lad and subscribe alongside these other cool things. Now enjoy the video. I also made a community post asking everyone what's your favorite fight in Baki, so I'll just go through some of what everyone said here. Animated Spec vs Hanayama, very cool. Katsumi vs Pickle, yep. Pickle vs Katsumi, Pickle vs the reporter lady. Hey, that is, a rank 1 comment, gotta, respect that. Damn, Pickle seems to be a favorite. I'll just, scroll through the remainder of them to include as many people's thingies as possible. But yeah, that is what everyone else thought. Now on to my top 5. In 5th place, I decided to go for Dopporochi vs GOKI, which occurred during the Maximum Tournament. So as a whole, throughout the whole series, this is still to this day one of the closest fights we have seen, with it also being one of the only fights in the series where we didn't have a clear winner or a clear assumption who was going to win. We had learned more about Dopporochi prior to this match, but still GOKI, a newish character at that point, but still got a little bit of shine prior, and these two got respected quite well up to this point, so it was pretty up in the air as who was going to win. As you know, GOKI was able to defeat Dopporochi super high difficulty, but still an amazing fight, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope one day they redo the Grapple Baki series with the new animation style and we get to see that fight all over again. But as a whole, absolutely great and worthy of rank 5 in my opinion. At rank 4, I decided to go for Jack vs Baki, the final of the Maximum Tournament. So throughout the whole Maximum Tournament, it was all building up to this fight, with it being again one of the closest fights in the series. It was assumed Baki was going to win that fight, but I didn't think it would be so close, and I didn't believe Baki was going to unleash his demon back during this fight, making it one of the most hype moments in the whole series, with him unleashing the demon back like Yujiro did in the past and being able to defeat Jack, with Jack, his teeth getting crushed at the end of the fight. Absolute great. Prior to that, Jack was built up from the start of the tournament until we got the reveal that he was Baki's half brother, everything regarding that, with them both having the same goal to defeat Yujiro Hanma, their father. Absolute great fight. I enjoyed it very much, and I would say it's my favorite fight from the first manga series, Grappler Baki. At rank 3, I decided to go for Spec vs Hanayama from the Most Evil Death Row Inmate Saga. So this fight, one of the most brutal fights we've had in the whole series, and let me tell you, there is a lot of brutal fights. There's a big brawl onto each other, going back and forth, blood going everywhere, explosions everywhere, not really knowing who's going to win. We got Hanayama down 1 second, we got Spec down the next second, back and forth. A long fight as well. It lasted a lot longer than many of the other fights. That's how close it was. It could have gone either way, and it's also one of the only fights I think was done better in the anime compared to the manga. Absolute hype and worthy of rank 3. At rank 2, I decided to go for Jack vs Pickle. So my favorite fight in the Pickle arc, it's multiple fight, because Jack kept taking those L's and kept coming back, with him just not wanting to give up after getting destroyed so many times. If I had to break down this fight, it's pretty much two savage beasts going at each other and just fighting with everything they have. We got bites going everywhere, two crazy men, and then the end of I think the first or second fight, where Pickle actually got scared of Jack because Jack went for that super powerful killing blow where he put all his energy into his fingers going for that one attack, and if Pickle didn't get scared last second or didn't feel death coming at him, he would have actually been killed by Jack there, with it having the best finishing line in the whole series, the biggest fuck you and then smash. Absolutely great. Enjoyed the shit out of that fight, and also one of the only fights I tend to go back and reread multiple times because I enjoy the shit out of it. And at rank 1, many people would assume this will be rank 1. We have the second official Baki vs Yujiro fight at the end of Baki Son of Ogre. So as you know, we had all this build up for this fight, and honestly to this day probably will be the best fight we ever have in the whole series, unless we get a big rematch of Baki vs Yujiro at some point. Just the back and forth of this fight, all the build up to this fight. Like we had the Grapple Baki vs Yujiro fight. That wasn't really a fight. Baki got absolutely destroyed. We got 2 years of development, all these fights Baki had gone through, all this training he had done, all for this moment, and Yujiro acknowledged Baki's power at the end of the fight, stated he won, even though we all know Yujiro had more in him and could have defeated Baki, but still the greatest fight in the whole series. Everything about the fight was pure greatness, ranging from all the other characters' shocked reactions as watching, including Pickle, who was being a good boy and just watching the fight, and then we had Yujiro Hanma appearing in spirit ghost form during the fight. fight to talk some shit to Yujiro and, you know, bring up Baki's spirit, just everything like that. Absolute great, the best fight in the whole series. And yep, that is my top 5 current fights in Baki. Let me know down in the comments your personal favorite fight, and yep, that's it guys. Peace.